Hello, everyone. It's Royce here, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me on my Royce in the House YouTube channel, where today we're going to be talking about the Rolling Stones' new albums, which I believe is going to just absolutely knock it out of the park. Okay, the Rolling Stones recently announced their new studio album, Hackney Diamonds. It comes with the promise of some very special guests being featured, and that's indeed the case with this record, okay? Scheduled for release on October 20th, this is the first new studio album by the Rolling Stones since 2005's A Bigger Bang. Once released, Hackney Diamonds will be the band's 24th British studio album and the 26th American studio album. Okay, and boy, we're going to be getting into the special guests here real soon. Okay, so Hackney Diamonds guest stars Sir Paul McCartney, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Lady Gaga, former Stones bassist Bill Wyman, and more. Okay. And one thing I was really happy to read was also that late Rolling Stones drummer Charlie Watts will be featured on two tracks that were recorded before his death in 1921. I was very, very happy to hear that, man. We all miss Charlie. What an absolute class guy Charlie Watts was. Okay. So now I want to read through the track list, and wherever someone's going to be featured other than just the Stones band, I will call them out. Okay. Number one title track is Angry, which had been released as a single. And it's fantastic. If the rest of the album is any indication, I believe this is going straight to number one. This is absolutely one of my top five bands, the Rolling Stones. I've been listening to them since I was in junior high and walking through the halls singing Satisfaction. So Angry, track number one. Track number two, Get Close, featuring Elton John on bass. Excuse me, Elton John on piano. Okay. Depending on You, Bite My Head Off, featuring Paul McCartney on bass. Had that stuck in my head, okay? Track number five, Whole Wide World. Track number six, Dreamy Skies. Track number seven, Mess It Up, featuring Charlie Watts on drums. Man, am I excited to hear Charlie play again, a song that I haven't heard before. Track number eight, Live by the Sword, featuring Charlie Watts on drums once again, Bill Wyman on bass, and Elton John on keyboards. Track number nine, Driving Me Too Hard. Track number 10, Tell Me Straight. Track number 11, Sweet Sounds of Heaven, featuring Lady Gaga on vocals, Stevie Wonder on keyboards. And the final track, track number 12, Rolling Stones Blues. Okay. And as I already mentioned, so far they put the single out, a preview of the album, the song Angry. And, and that song, I'm telling you right now, I love it. I love the video with the girl when they're going through Hollywood. But that song is bursting with signature swagger, signature Rolling Stones swagger. Nobody does it better than the Rolling Stones. Hackney Diamonds finds the Stones working with producer-musician Andrew Watt, who's amassed an incredible resume over the past few years, working with icons like Post Malone, Iggy Pop, Ozzy Osbourne, Elton John, among others. Rolling Stones' new album, Hackney Diamonds. Well, the Rolling Stones recently introduced Hackney Diamonds era with the music video Angry. We talked about that already. I don't need to keep repeating that. Hackney Diamonds could have landed with an entirely different title, okay? In an email sent out to fans to hype up the album, Keith Richards is quoted as saying the following: "We were throwing around ideas, album titles. We went from Hit and Run to Smash and Grab, and somehow we wound up in between the two with Hackney Diamonds, a variation of both." And also, Keith Richards, it's a London thing, and that is kind of hitting between the two, because Hackney Diamonds is broken glass, and we consider Smash and Grab or Hit and Run oftentimes include broken glass. Okay, Hackney Diamonds finds the Stones. The new album will feature 12 songs recorded in part at Henson Recording Studios in Los Angeles, Metropolis Studios in London, Sanctuary Studios in Nassau, Bahamas, Electric Lady Studios in New York, and the Hit Factory Germany Studios, also in New York. Okay. So a whole bunch of studios were involved in some of the songs, a whole bunch of studios, even including, I believe, their remote studio, I read. The Stones officially debuted the track and introduced the Hackney Diamonds era with Jimmy Fallon on a special global live stream event earlier this month on YouTube. So Dirty Rock, I mean, let's think about the Stones here for a minute. Dirty Rock has still to be bettered, and there's still no rival in sight. I mean, nobody does this better than the Rolling Stones. A magic formula of heavy soul, junky blues. I love that one. Junky blues and macho rock. It captures the Stones' bluesy swagger in a dark land where few dare to tread. Okay. So anyway, I'm personally really looking forward to this album. I just can't wait for it to come out. I think it's going to be fantastic. Once again, I think it's going to go straight to the top of the charts, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be the Stones, which we haven't seen them in a very long time. You know, on my YouTube channel, just last week, I covered the Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers, and that may be my favorite album of all time by the Rolling Stones. And I've got a pretty good catalog of Rolling Stones, and I'll be doing a lot more Rolling Stones podcasts. So please visit my channel, Royce in the House on YouTube. And if you like what you see, do me a proper mates and go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. And we're growing the channel. We want to keep that forward momentum going. One thing you need to understand is that subscribing doesn't cost 1 penny and you have no obligation. It just helps grow the channel. If you like what you're watching, my analytics tell me half my viewers are subscribed and the other half aren't subscribed. Just like I said, do me a proper mate, subscribe to the channel, help me build my show, and we can continue to have a whole lot of fun together. And that's what's going on in Royce's world today. Thank you for